There's something I've been wanting to talk about. I don't have notes. I'm not going to do a lot of editing. This is just going to be a raw conversation that I want to express, okay? Amazon is 100% a business for tax purposes, for the mentality you should have. You're not just an Amazon seller, you're a business owner. I do believe that. But it's also kind of unique in a hybrid. It's also kind of like a job that you create for yourself. It's somewhere in between. And I can make this point very easily. For most traditional businesses, in theory, if it's successful, you can exit one day. And what I mean by exit is sell it, right? Somebody will see value in it and they will buy it, or at least the possibility of it. There is, and make no mistakes about this, nobody that is going to buy your arbitrage business. 0% chance, right? There's nothing to buy. That's why I think it's really smart when people do courses and coaching and softwares that's complement this business, right? Or I think it's great, especially as I do this longer, people that have the discipline to pull money out and to park it into maybe a rental property or appreciation assets or other investments or other businesses, whatever. Amazon is a great opportunity. It really is. But it's still kind of a little bit of the Wild West. Nobody's going to buy it. And if you stop sourcing, or however you go about sourcing, the business stops, right? And that's why I kind of say, for all those reasons, it's a hybrid. And I guess nothing's wrong with that. But I guess the point that I really want to drive home is so many people, I think, fall in love with the notion of e-commerce, hands-off, passive income. It's just not that. Yeah, maybe you can outsource your prep, and maybe you can kind of outsource your sourcing and other things, but you can't do it entirely and then sell this package of employees and intellectual property and systems to somebody down the road. The minute that you stop or cut off whoever is doing the sourcing for you, your income is ending, right? So I guess on one end, what I want to say is, let's not glamorize reinvesting everything into the business. All of your net worth tied up in Amazon, which is still like the Wild West, despite it being a great opportunity. Make your money and park it elsewhere and continue to put a lot into Amazon, right? But you don't have to put all of it, because again, nobody's coming. You're not reinvesting to get bought out by private equity one day, right? We're not Silicon Valley. And don't fall in love with the idea of having to outsource your sourcing. Like, if you don't know how to properly source, your best VA is only going to be a fraction of what you know, right? And you're going to spend time and effort training and managing them, and then wondering why this isn't becoming a six-figure profit hands-off business. So to anybody hearing this early on, just know, if that's what you're looking for, this isn't it. And by the way, I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm not someone to say, oh, back in my day, I had to walk 10 miles uphill in the snow. It's just the reality. I'm 3.5 years in. I make more when I prep and pack myself. I'll never stop sourcing myself. That's the highest value task I have. And my return on my time for that is incredible. No VA, I think, is going to come anywhere close to me. So then, is it really worth the time, right? Maybe it is for you. Maybe it totally is. And maybe you're doing this outside of a 9 to 5. And like, to you, it only makes sense if you don't touch product, see product, don't have to source. Hats off to you. Seriously, that's great. But again, I'm speaking to the overwhelming majority of people, the people that are trying to find out how to do 5K a month in sales. It's a business, treated as such, but it's also a job for a very long time, until you really know what you're doing. And then maybe you can delegate and delegate and delegate. But again, a lot of these people that don't touch, that don't source, they are making money elsewhere. I almost guarantee it, right? There's always exceptions to the rule. So I don't know the exact message I wanted to drive home than other. Maybe we need to stop trying to call this just a business, and also being realistic that it is also a job. And of course, there's always outliers, and everyone has different amounts of capital, time, right? There's not a one size fits all. I get that. But this takes work. It takes a lot of work, and what you put in is what you're going to get out. All right. Have the mentality of a business, treat it like a business, do things the right way. But also know that if all of your eggs are in this basket and it goes away one day, nobody's coming to buy the business, right? So maybe take some money out, invest it elsewhere, whatever the case may be. Not trying to tell people how to do things. I just want to put the concept out there. This is a business and a job at the same time. Like I said, this was kind of raw, not edited. So I know I'm sure I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I just think that conversation needs to be had. I think more realism needs to be had because the overwhelming majority of sellers are not that top 0.1% that can get away with just being hands off. Not with Amazon FBA arbitrage, at least. So I'm Jonathan. Duke does Amazon. Questions, comments, topics, let me know. Some links below. Speaking of diversifying, some affiliate links. They only make me a couple of bucks, but if you need stuff, there's quite a few that I vouch for below. I'm on Spotify and Instagram as well. Have a great day. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.